Welcome everyone. A message meant to reach you right now is today's timeless pick a card. Today you have 4 options. Option 1 with the card Trust Your Innocence. Option 2 Gracious Receptivity. Option 3 Internal Explorer. And option 4 New Blueprints. Take a deep breath and exhale. Timestamps will be in the description box. Pause the video now if you need more time to choose your pile. See you at your pile. Welcome pile 1. You chose this double terminated clear quartz angel aura and this card, Trust Your Innocence. The number 54 could be relevant as well as the number 9. So what is the message meant to reach you right now? There's something that you need to trust about yourself and how you feel and how you want to conduct your life moving forward. So I'm also hearing there's something here you shouldn't compromise on. You shouldn't compromise. Because it's like it's coming from innocence, it's coming from purity. And so if you mess with that, it will be very difficult to go back to that innocence. So right now, it's in your hands how you move this forward. Don't compromise when it comes to trusting how you feel innocently, trusting your purity, okay? There's a situation here where you're facing this or you're experiencing this, you're living this in a very pure and innocent way. Don't let that be compromised for the sake of someone else's way, okay? I'm just going to put it that way, someone else's way. It doesn't mean that it's not a good way, but you're being advised almost to stay on track with what you know is best for you, with what resonates with you, with that innocence, because there's still something very innocent about you, and it's meant to remain that way. It's not meant to be meddled with, okay? So allow yourself the innocence. Allow yourself the innocence of how you move forward with whatever you're doing, thinking, experiencing right now. The number 54 could be relevant as well as the number 9. So that you're closing some kind of a cycle here. Your crown chakra is very lit. She does have a star on top of her crown chakra, so it could be that you're a starseed. If you feel you are, you can go and check out my starseed pick-a-cards here on the channel. I'll leave one in the little suggestion box, in the gray suggestion box. I think it's gray or it's black. I don't know. I can leave it there for you to click on it if you want to watch that pick-a-card. But there's something about you, your intuition being very, very unmeddled with. It's like you have a very crisp intuition, and your crown chakra is very strong. You have a very strong knowing, very strong intuition. You're very claircognizant, meaning you just know things. You just know the truth beyond what you see with your physical eyes, what you hear with your physical ears. You know, there's a lot that you see and hear and touch that doesn't make much sense because the way it's presented or how it got to be, right? So, but the truth is what you can see. You have access, direct access to the truth. You have direct access to downloads from the higher realm, so never doubt your intuition and don't deviate from your purity, okay? So, let's move on to, I'm trying to decide, because for this reading, I tried to simplify, or I was led to simplify. The same way I was led to put 4 piles, and that's very rare, I was led to simplify in terms of the decks that I'm using. So I am using the Guardian of the Night Tarot, I am using the Numinous Astro deck, and then I'm using these 2 Chris and Muse Tarot and Lightseers Tarot in one. I pre-shuffled all of these, okay, so that we're not... So I'm just trying to decide. So I'm being called to using this one. It's from the Numinous. So, oh, it says healing, Chiron, healing, okay. So, Okay, so here's what I heard. All is not lost. And there's something about recovering your innocence. So, you know how messing with, when people, they, as we grow older, we move away from that initial innocence because of several circumstances or experiences that we have, or interactions or things that we learn, right? But what I'm seeing here is that it is possible for you to heal from this and to return to that innocence. So it's like putting the pieces back together. I would recommend watching that. It's a video clip from that song. You can watch it here on YouTube. It's called The Return to Innocence. It's like piecing yourself back together and making sure those cracks get... You can even visualize this moments where you felt you lost that innocence, either because something happened to you or because you decided to let go of that innocence. You can visualize yourself really putting those pieces back together and mending them with no cracks. Whatever your mind can fathom, you're actually healing. So I'm seeing a process here that is needed of energy healing. Maybe you're doing a lot of crying, or maybe that is advised to allow the cry to come forward, because it's going to be very, it's going to help you purge. It's going to help you really release a lot of tension, frustrations, sadness, so that the sun can shine in again in your heart. So I do see that right now is the time to return to that innocence and to allow yourself to be innocent and to allow yourself to conduct your life in a way that you would have before you decided to do something different or before something else happened to you. Sorry. It's possible to go back. So right now you have this power to heal yourself. And I mean, if you need assistance with energy healing, you can always find my email in the description box. I do one-on-one Zoom sessions, information for that. I can, if you email me, I can send it back to you. But there is, right now I'm just looking at her hands, how they're open and how they have this energy flowing between the hands and the crown chakra. So you have the ability to channel healing for yourself and others. So I feel, pile number one, you guys are energy healers. And you're coming to realize that now. And it's part of your own personal development to heal yourself and heal others as well. I see this is going to help you grow. It's going to help you release a lot. It's going to help you release a lot of self-doubt, any inherited issues, any generational trauma, ancestral karma, feelings of shame, pain, and fear will be solved with forgiveness, with healing. So it's like that you have the superpower, so you're being called to use it right now. You're going through a phase of cleansing. So it's almost like, see, innocence I see as purity, and when I hear pure, I feel free of toxins, right? So it's like you're coming into this phase where you're going to free yourself from toxins, and your soul will be pure, your body, your mind, your emotions, right? And then you have a blank slate. So I do see that pain that you've experienced turning into softness, because you're cleansing out a lot. You're not keeping it with you. You're not holding on to it. You're just letting it go. And so I do see a higher healing for you guys going on right now or in the very near future. Sorry, I had to pause to cough. I was quite under the weather recently, so affected by some really extreme coughing, to put it simply. But let's move on then. I'm also healing. So Queen of Wands, so you could have Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries in your chart. It's like, what I'm seeing here is that you're meant to inspire others. After you go through your own process of healing, you're meant to inspire others to do the same. Others to heal themselves, to lead a healthy life. and to understand that they can also do it for themselves. They can also channel the same energy. I do see you glowing and shining and getting a lot of attention, a lot of support as well. Now let's see. I just want to get more information. Page of Wands. Okay, again, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. I'm seeing two people here. You could be a mother, or you could be, or there could be something here about your mother for some of you. Okay, I'm seeing a child and a mother dynamic here going on. The Chariot. So, for some of you, I do see if you're a mother, your child is, if you're a mother and you are physically distant from your child is going to visit you soon. If you have a child and there have been difficulties with your child will come closer to you, will find their way back to you because they do really love you. Now, for other messages here, I'm seeing something about July, and I'm seeing something about road travel. So maybe it's a road trip, something about July here. I do see, pile number one, that there's something here that you're very passionate about, right? And so they're saying one way to heal and to return to your innocence is to remember as a child what you enjoyed doing, what you liked, who you were, who you wanted to become, what you envisioned for yourself, and going back to that time. So whenever you're in doubt about any decision, any way forward, any relationship, any issue or struggle or conflict or challenge that you may be going through or obstacles, always ask yourself, when trying to make a decision or moving forward, any decision from the smallest decision to the biggest one, like what should I wear? Should I attend this event? Should I go to the supermarket? What should I buy? It's like really small things and also bigger things like your relationships and stuff like that. Go back to that time where you were really young and innocent and ask yourself what you envisioned for yourself, what you really truly liked, what you were truly connected to. And because that's going to give you, that's going to again help you heal and align with what is truly you, because along the way there seems like there's been this loss of innocence, loss of purity, because it's like you've had to, or you felt like you had to kind of, or maybe this was a survival mechanism, okay? Maybe you were really forced to, who knows? But society has a way, right? And people also have a way. So there were parts of yourself that you had to let go of or put on the back burner or smuggle or just push down altogether, right? And so it's like you're being asked to bring all that back because that was very traumatizing. Whether it felt aggressively traumatizing or less aggressively, it did traumatize you. So I'm seeing someone here with a little bit of PTSD, whether you're aware of this or not. So the way to heal is the way back to your inner child, is a way back to your child, to you. That is going to give you that motivation, that zest for life, that zest to have experiences and move forward and do things that excite you, and really with the Chariot there, accomplish things that you truly want to accomplish and be successful doing so. Knight of Pentacles, could have Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo in your chart. The Two of Cups, all right, and the Empress. Oh wow. Oh wow, okay. So, wow, I almost feel like I need to clarify further here, but so first of all, you're destined for, You are destined for abundance, okay? There will be abundance in your life. Second of all, slow and steady wins the race for you. You're slow and steadily getting there, right? To that abundance. You're doing the right thing. You're on the right path. I'm also seeing something interesting here, whether you're with someone or not. There is someone who is making slow and steady moves toward you, and the reason why they're not going any faster is because they really put you on a pedestal and they really feel like they don't have more to give you. So whether you're with this person and they're not committing like you want to through marriage, maybe they don't have the money to marry you because they want to give you a big wedding or whatever, and they can't, but they will. Or whether you're not with someone and this is someone who pops in if you're single, and all of a sudden starts out where they're very like timid, or they're very careful, strategic, and slow moving, but it moves to something very, very big. Now this could also be someone you know, especially if there's an age gap here, who sees you as their end-all be-all, and they do want, and they are moving toward you. That movement will accelerate, by the way. The feelings are mutual, and this person may even want to start a family with you, see having kids with you, or another kid, depending on what your situation is, or no kid, and maybe starting a project together, depending on, of course, your own reality, right? And your own needs and wills and wants and capabilities as well. So, but I'm seeing something other, like another very sweet message. I'm seeing mother and child, or father and child, getting on the same page and putting love first and then the rest. And when you do that, everything else falls into place. You will be able to keep your child safe if you are a parent. Okay, I do see that. Safe, cared for, and not really having everything they need, okay? But there's another message coming through with the having everything they need. It's always good that even if you can give everything to your children, for those of you who do have children, there's a message coming through that shouldn't be why you do give everything. There needs to be some level of a challenge and a stress that makes them want to thrive for something, or strive for something, sorry. And that helps them thrive, okay? So it's almost saying, like, don't make it too easy, even if you can. But for those of you worried of being able to provide and give your kids, you know, all the opportunities, then yes, you will be able to. For others of you, I see someone traveling to see you, or you're traveling to see someone for some kind of a union here, and this seems to be romantic. Okay? And when this travel does happen, there could be a pregnancy for some of you. So if that's something you don't want right now, then don't do it. I'm being called to take one more from the top of this deck here. Three of Voices, yeah. It seems like with the Three of Swords here, you've endured some pain here. Either a betrayal or something that was just very, very painful. And again, it's underneath the healing card, so it's, again, reiterating, you are healing from this pain, okay? And the way you're moving forward, the way you're healing is very slow and steady, but it's going to be long-lasting, and it's going to lead you to prosperity, okay? So whatever this pain was, it did make you stronger, okay? Knight of Swords, I'm seeing air travel for some of you. You're going to be maybe traveling somewhere on a plane, or someone is going to come and travel and see you. I'm seeing Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius here. And this trip will be very healing, okay? Is there anything else here? No, that is all. So pile 1, that was your reading. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Let me know how that resonates for you in the comments section. If it did not, choose another pile. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps me bring you more. Extra content is on Patreon. Information for that is in the description box. If you want to know about my healing bracelets, you can go and check out the Etsy store. Information is in the description box for that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bless you all. See you sometime soon. Bye. Until next time. Welcome, pile 2. If you chose this gracious receptivity card with this clear quartz, crackle quartz, then this will be your reading. Okay. So there's something you are meant, there's some kind of a gift that you are going to receive, or you're meant to receive. Now we're going to see where this gift is coming from. And the message here is receive it with grace. Receive it with grace. The number 28 here is telling me something about wealth, okay? So I do feel this is a gift from the universe. This is a gift from God. This is a gift from your higher self, from your hard work, and it's wealth. So I don't know what you did, but with the number 28 there, there's definitely wealth involved here in some way, shape, or form. It's like a lot. The universe, and I feel this is the universe wants to give you a lot, okay? So with 28 being there in wealth, no one really hands wealth over to you unless, you know, it's an inheritance or whatever. But 28, 2 plus 8 is a 10, which is also a 1. That 1, this, whatever you receive here, is going to allow you to have a very wealthy new beginning, okay? And she's wearing a crown. And this is, it's like you're being rewarded. And you're being rewarded with the throat chakra being, I'm being called to the throat chakra, is because you stood up for yourself and you allowed yourself to be vulnerable, to communicate what it was that you needed and you wanted from the universe. And now it's time to receive, okay? When I mean now, of course, it's divine timing. Doesn't mean it's right now as you're watching this. It could be. But there's something here that you're meant to receive. So make sure you open. You can even do this gesture with your hands, the same way she's doing. But it's like you kind of feel this coming. You have this vision about how this would go about, or you've been holding on to this vision, and holding on to the vision is allowing this to come through faster. Where are we going to start to? We have the 7th house. Okay. So there's something here about a marriage, or best friends, or some kind of partnership. Could have something to do with the law as well. Could be a contract. It could be that you're going to be like in a power couple dynamic where you both generate wealth together. Someone here could have Libra in their chart. Seeing best friends, getting married to your best friend, or maybe you're already married to your best friend, or you will be. It's like you're going to balance each other out. You're going to hold hands and you're never going to let go. And as soon as you hold hands and you stick together, you just become this power couple. True companions, true best friends, but also it's like the universe wants to bring you all of this. Okay. Or it could be that you get married with someone wealthy, or you create this together. Okay. Show me more. 3 of Cups. Yeah. For some of you, there is a wedding proposal, a marriage proposal. Okay. Friends and a celebration. 9 of Swords. But are you anxious about this? King of Wands. Okay. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and Libra so far. So the message meant to reach you now. I see you are experiencing some anxiety here around maybe a friendship, or maybe you're married here, or you would like to be married. Do you feel, if you are a parent, you feel like you do everything on your own and your partner is not cooperating in some way? Coming across a little bit as lazy, or for those of you who are in that situation, hold on to that message, because it's not going to all be the same message for everyone coming through. Maybe some of you got married and then you got disappointed when you started having kids. 3 of Cups. Okay, there could be some anxiety here if you're dealing with someone who drinks a lot. That may be something that could be affecting you, and you're turned into this bear where you feel like you have to protect yourself or protect your child if you have a child. If you don't have a child, it's protecting your inner child. Because you could be dealing with someone around you, and this could be a very close relationship, like as in a romantic one or a business partnership, and you feel that the way this person is leading with their life in terms of an addiction maybe, or too much partying, and they're not really putting in the work. And then when it's time to put in the work, they're recovering from the partying. Now, this happens a lot in many families. So this could be a scenario that you've either experienced or you will. Or, no, I don't think you will, but you definitely could have, or you are experiencing this right now. And this message is for you, if that is your case. For others of you, I'm seeing that you're stressing over the fact that you are not married and you would like to be married. And you're wondering, when is this ever going to happen? But you're about to receive something here. I don't want to talk too much about that King of Wands just yet, because I just want more information. 3 of Cups, 10 of Wands, yeah. Someone's ways. Now, this could even be your own, okay? If you're the one struggling with addictions and there's too much of something going on. Either too much fun, too much partying, too much drinking, too much of something that is addictive, that is starting to chip at your mental health or is starting to chip at your physical health. Because the 10 of Wands here, it's become a burden in some way. Now, for some of you, there could be a third-party situation here that has become a burden. Too many cooks in the kitchen, right? And so you feel like you're having to swim up tide, up the river, against the tide, only to be eaten by a bear. It's like you do all these things, you do everything for everyone, and then you get, it's like the short end of the stick or something. Okay, Temperance. Sagittarius energy. But, you know, this is changing, or you can change this. You can change this. This is what this is saying, is that you can change this. We're going to see what the advice is. And King of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Okay, so there's a message, there's several messages here, but here's the thing. If you are in a relationship and it's become a burden because someone is not behaving, they're not alchemizing, they're not transmuting, they're not turning their negatives into positives, they are not contributing, then there's a need for you to be very cold and rational and logical about this and address this, because you're taking on too much. It's taking a toll on your mental health and one day possibly on your physical health. It's time to transmute that feeling of maybe feeling like you're a victim and there's nothing you can do about this, and start delegating, start isolating, start protecting yourself, start I just heard living as if you cannot count on anyone else, right? If something were to happen to anyone from one day to the next, would you be able to take care of yourself fully, or any dependence if you may have any, right? So it's time for you to become independent within a relationship, I'm seeing here, because things are changing, things are bothering you, you're outgrowing something, you're changing, and it's time to really decide what it is you want and live life on your terms, because obviously you can't really control other people, nor are you meant to, but you're meant to always be okay regardless. So it's like sometimes if someone else is behaving a certain way that is external to you, there's nothing you can do to control that. But what you can control is yourself. And if you're focusing too much on that person, it means you're not focusing too much on what you can do to make sure that you are always protected regardless of what that person does, right? So whether, even if you can't do anything about it right now, there's always little things that you can start doing so that one day you can do something about it. Does that make sense? Let's get one more. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like you're being called to a new beginning here, and there could be a child involved, or a just total new beginning where you may need to rethink your finances and start saving, start planning, start somewhere that will lead you to something that would be a safety plan or a safety net or a plan B, or it's because anything can happen to anyone. Even the people we are with can one day, we never know what happens to their health, physical, mental, right? And things can just change from 1 minute to the next, and that seems to bring you anxiety too. So the best advice here is that, okay, so how would I plan my life if I were to know that I couldn't count on another human being moving forward? Even though we're not an island, we are all interdependent. There's no such thing as complete independence as a human being. That's not what we're doing here. But sometimes the person we count on can fail us for whatever reason, right? And so that's the thing here. You need to create your stable foundation where it's dependent on you alone. Even if that seems very little to you right now, it's going to grow into something bigger, okay? Justice. Yeah, do yourself justice. I did see something about a contract here. So it's saying you're meant to branch out in some way to avoid falling victim to other people's mental illness caused by other people's way of life, okay? And so to do yourself justice, make a contract with yourself and stick to your contract graciously. Because what you will receive from that contract that you make with yourself, it may seem small at the beginning, but again, with that number 28 here, will turn into wealth. So it's steady, long-lasting, and prosperous, and healthy. So pile 2, you're really being invited to work on your health right now, to work on your money, on the practical side of life. Ask yourself the question, how would I organize myself? What would I do? What were the steps that I would need to take so that I can make sure I would be fully independent if need be? Okay? Does that mean I need to save money? Does that mean that I need to cut my costs here? Does it mean that I need to come up with a budget plan, an investments plan? Do I need to get a new job? Do I get another job? Do I start my own side business? You know what the plan is, so they're saying focus on that plan. And that was your reading, pile number 2. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Let me know how that resonates for you in the comments section. If it did not, choose another pile. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. It helps the channel, helps me bring you more. For extra content, it's on Patreon. Information for that is in the description box. If you want to be notified of future uploads on the channel, hit the bell for notifications. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Bless you all. See you sometime soon, and bye. Until next time. Welcome, pile 3, if you chose this aquamarine moon. And this card, Internal Explorer. The number 32 could be relevant to you, as well as the number 5. So let me just say, I feel there's a message for you in pile number 2 for some reason. That light is reminding me of this crackled quartz. So first of all, pile number 3, let me just tell you, you are on a path toward victory with the number 32 there. That is the 6 of Wands, and change. But right now you're being called to go within and explore yourself internally. Get to know yourself, really. Get to know what it is that lights you up. Get to know what it is that you really want to do with your life. You really get to know yourself. Now, you can get assistance by getting a life purpose report, for example. I do life purpose reports, or you can get a numerology report, your astrological chart read, readings, or just meditation, for example, right? There's a need to get to know yourself. There are self-help books, or whatever you need to do. You're being called to go within and consult with yourself, because that's where your victory is. The answer is inside of you, right? And you bring it out like that with your hand, and you have something precious, right? But it's coming from it's coming from inside out, and once you have it in your hand, that is where the victory is. So it's up to you. That victory is up to you. I see you've been through a lot with this lotus flower being here. A lot of tears. You've really been through murky circumstances in your life, but you're coming out victorious, constantly glowing. So it's like no matter what you've been through, you keep coming back stronger and stronger and more beautiful than ever. Okay. Like it's like people will look at you and they would never really know what you've been through. Okay. 4 of Cups. Justice. Yeah, definitely a message in pile 2 for you. And the Hermit. Okay, pile 3. Here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that you're not in the mood to really put yourself out there. Again, the Hermit is that internal explorer. So it seems like you're going through a phase of consulting with self, and that's what you're meant to do. And that's what you need to do to create that balance in your life. The 4 of Cups, it seems like you feel that there's more to life. You're not really satisfied where you are. And with the bat there right in the middle, what I'm seeing here is that you're being offered this chance to change your life, but you need to accept the change, right? And once you accept the change, that's where everything moves. That's where your victory is. If you don't accept the change, things just remain the same. The number 11 could be relevant. The number 9, you could have Virgo or Libra in your chart. Let's just clarify the 4 of Cups here, the Knight of Cups. It's like you know there's more that life has to offer you, but you're either waiting for this offer or waiting to offer something here. Knight of Cups, you could have Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio in your chart. 7 of Swords. But it's almost like you feel you need to be strategic, and death and rebirth. Scorpio energy here. You could have Scorpio in your chart. But your life is meant to change. You're meant to transition, but you need to allow yourself the change, basically. But you're changing regardless of whether that shows on the outside. On the inside, you've already changed. On the outside, there seems to be too many conventions here. And you feel a need to be almost fly under the radar and be very strategic about this. Because this is a path your heart is connected to, and you really want this change, you really want a new life, and you're going within to figure this out. Ascendant outlook. It's almost like your life is going to change in a very, very big way. Like things are not going to be the way they once were. Everything is changing. The way you view the world, what you're, it's like you have a new mission statement, as if you were like some company and you had to come up with a mission statement for that company. You being a person, you came to this point with a certain mission statement in the world. The mark you want to leave in the world, your attitude, your role in this world, and that is changing. The way you want to impact the world, the way you want to experience life is changing. And so allow yourself the time to make these changes when it feels right. Allow yourself the time to consult with yourself. And I'm seeing here that this is a very lonely process. So if you're trying to look for opinions outside of yourself, that's not what is required. That's going to confuse you more. All the answers you need are inside you. Okay. Ace of Emotions. Yeah. This is an act of self-love, and you want a new emotional beginning in your life. And it has to come from a place of self-love. I do believe before, I don't think you've made most of your decisions from a place of self-love. And the difference now is that you want to, and it seems like that's what you're going to do. But with the 10 of Wands here, this seems to be too much of a burden for you. Like you don't even know where to begin because maybe of your own baggage, you know, all the things you've accumulated in your life, all the things that you made happen and also weigh on you. On the one hand, they blessed you and you were blessed that you achieved these things, whatever they were, in your physical reality. But it's like you want this new beginning, but you're finding it hard to untangle yourself and how to move forward, and it feels heavy. But again, you're definitely feeling inclined to follow your heart here with this Muse of Emotions. Now, I'm seeing something else here. I am seeing two people, Knight and King of Cups. So there could be that there's a situation here that you're not very happy about, and it has something to do with love. And this connection is changing your entire outlook on life. But it's also a very true and real love, and you'd like to take things to the next level, but you know that a lot of your previous ways are changing or need to change for this to happen, and it feels like a burden. So yeah, with the Chariot here, you really want to move this forward. This is something that you really, really want to do. But either you or this person need to, I feel like you both want to move this forward, but either you both need to change something about your physical reality, or you do or they do, okay? But I do see an emotional beginning here. I do something new on the horizon, and I do see at the end of the day, I do see happiness and growth in this situation, okay? Happiness and growth in this situation, whatever this is. For others of you, if you're feeling burdened and if you don't know what to do, I would say refer to pile number 1 or 2, and you're going to get the answers there. One of those piles had the answers to that. So, because I went on a whole how-to when it comes to that. So, I did feel that pile 2 had a message for you. So, if you don't find it in pile 2, it may be in pile 1, okay? So that was your reading, pile number 3. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Let me know how this resonates for you in the comment section. If it did not, choose another pile. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps me bring you more. If you'd like to be notified of future uploads on the channel, hit the bell for notifications. Extra content is on Patreon. Information for that is in the description box. And for the healing bracelets, real gemstone, you can find the link in the description box. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Bless you all. See you sometime soon. Bye. Until next time. Welcome, pile 4. You chose this green fluorite tower point, and this beautiful card says new oracle card that says new blueprints. The number 38 could be relevant to you, as well as the number 11. A new plan, a new starting point, a new template, a new way forward, a new way forward. So it's time to start anew with a different plan, a different approach, a different strategy. Okay. All right. Third house. You could have Gemini in your chart. There's something here about possibly communication. It could have something to do with siblings, relatives, or neighbors. Could have nothing to do with that. It could have something to do with your networking, social events, short trips, social media. So there's like a new way forward, and it has to do with a new way of communicating. And it's interesting because she has the butterfly over her throat chakra there. So it's like there's a need for a change in communication and a new way of communicating that is more strategic. So for those of you dealing with social media or online businesses, you may want to look into digital marketing, okay? Maybe as a career or for your business. There's also new blueprints when it comes to a new network of people, accepting invitations to new places, doing more research. There's a need for research here. Also a new way to deal with people, a new way to communicate in general as well is needed here. A new way to socialize, a new way to open up. So let's say, and if you're very stagnant, right? I'm seeing these sneakers and I'm just hearing walking around town. There's something about if you don't have the habit to start walking around town in your sneakers, and you're going to see that you're going to gather information around you, absorb information that's going to give you a new blueprint. New people. Expose yourself to new things, new experiences, new people, new conversations, new places around you that you've never explored that are close by, right? And also explore new ways of communicating when it comes to marketing your business. Keep up with the times. I've just heard keep up with the times. I also heard this. Also, there could be coming from a brainstorming session. There could be something new that comes up or a new way of moving forward here. Okay? 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so your hard work is paying off, whatever you're working on. The Hierophant. Something about committing to something on a daily basis. Committing to something on a daily basis. And we have the Devil. So some of you are workaholics, okay, I'm just going to say that, and you may need to have a new approach to work because less is more, and working smart, not hard is a thing, so that may be the new blueprint. You may need to use these two as your motto, less is more, smart, not hard, okay? You could have Capricorn, Taurus in your chart, or Gemini. It could be that you're very hard on yourself. It's time to maybe soften up on yourself because, again, that does not guarantee success. Sometimes letting go of being so harsh on yourself is actually the way, and taking a more lighthearted approach, right? But let's clarify the 8 of Pentacles here. King of Cups. Yeah, there's definitely something that you're very connected to in a heart space here that you really like to dedicate yourself to daily. 5 of Pentacles, but you feel that you don't really derive the satisfaction from that, whatever that is. And we have the Fool. So you would like to have a new beginning because you feel that this is somehow become toxic. Wow, I kind of need to clarify within the clarifications almost here. You could have Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio in your chart, Aries, Capricorn, Taurus, or Gemini. It's like there's a new way of life that you're being called to birth almost, and it has a lot to do with the start of it is acknowledging your truth and being able to express your truth, right? There's definitely something that your heart is very tied to on a daily basis, but something about this is not really making you satisfied, and it's not really bringing in either the money or the compensation that you deserve. Please show me this Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, we have the Three of Swords. So whatever this daily dedication has been painful to you, has brought you pain, and possibly even betrayal. Show me the Hierophant. It's like you want to commit to something new with the Ace of Wands here. Show me the Devil. Yeah, and so you feel that whatever this is, it's immature almost, and you kind of want to branch out to something new that motivates you more, that doesn't really drag you down this much. King of Cups, Nine of Wands. Yeah, I mean, you've been fighting for and sticking to something for a very long time, not giving up. Three of Cups, but it's like you're reaching this point where you're asking yourself, am I addicted to this, or is this actually good for me, right? Now, whatever this is, Knight of Cups, this could be even who you dedicate to yourself to on a daily basis and what you're deriving from that connection. There could be a third party situation here, and you keep fighting for this even though there is. You keep connected and committed to this, even though you would like to have a new beginning that would actually fulfill your heart and soul, and that wouldn't be so painful. But there's a sense here that you could be addicted to the toxicity here, okay? And that may be something that you need to look into and thus create a new blueprint, so that if you don't want this pain, it's like making a decision. Do I want to stick to this pain, or do I want something happier, more uplifted, right? It depends on you. But again, maybe you accept the pain because you are hard on yourself, or because you have a hard time forgiving yourself, or because you feel that that's all you deserve because you yourself, you're toxic, right? A lot of people have this really derogatory self-talk, this negative self-talk, and so it could be that you're getting in your own way. The way you're communicating with yourself is sabotaging your ability to be happy, to experience something different. Now, this could be in love or work, okay? It's whatever you're dedicated to on a daily basis that is not paying off. Your heart is disconnected from it, but it was once connected to it. But now it's you're wanting something new, or some new way of life, or some new way of living and doing things, where you really want to pour your heart and soul into this, but it feels like starting over again, and there's a sense that there's some fear that this could lead you to the same path. Okay, I don't know what this could be. You would know better. But we have the first house here, so it's like you're meant to start over in some way here. Again, ask yourself what makes you happy. What is it that you want? For some reason, I feel pile 1 has a message for you guys, definitely. But there's something about getting back to yourself, because somewhere along the line in life, you kind of lost parts of yourself, and you're meant to get them back. But you're also meant to integrate the parts of yourself that have grown with you, and also need to be integrated with that inner you that has always been there from the beginning. And so there's something about your physical body, your outlook on life has changed. Maybe your body has changed. Maybe you would like your body to look a certain other way or feel a certain other way. And so you're awakening here. There's a sense of self-awareness that you're going through to enter a new portal, a new life, and you need to ask yourself these important questions. How is it that I want to move forward here? Because from what I'm seeing here is that change, because we do have 2 5s here, change is afoot, right? There's a new beginning here that you're stepping into, and your heart is as connected to this, if not more, but it's just hasn't developed as much as where your heart was previously, even though now it's like you feel like you need to start over, because all that your heart had to give is now depleted, and you don't have any more to give to that situation, whether it's a work situation, a relationship, whatever this is, okay? So again, I feel the message ends here, but you need to refer to pile number 1 to get into the details. So that was your reading, pile number 4. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Let me know how that resonates for you in the comments section. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps me bring you more. Extra content is on Patreon. Information for that is in the description box. And if you'd like to be notified of future uploads on the channel, hit the notification bell for notifications. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Bless you all. See you sometime soon. And bye. Until next time.